Hello, welcome to Revisiting Archive, a channel where we explore the fascinating history of Spain. In this video, we will talk about the prehistory and Iberian civilization of the Iberian Peninsula from around 35,000 BCE to 218 BCE. This was a period of cultural diversity, trade, and conflict that shaped the origins of Spanish history. Let's begin. The Iberian Peninsula is the southwesternmost part of Europe, bordered by the Atlantic Ocean and the Mediterranean Sea. It is currently divided into Spain, Portugal, Andorra, and a small part of France. However, in ancient times it was home to many different peoples and cultures, who left behind a rich and varied archaeological legacy. The first human presence in the Iberian Peninsula dates back to the Paleolithic period, when anatomically modern humans arrived from Africa around 35,000 BCE. They coexisted with another human species, the Neanderthals, who had been living in Europe for hundreds of thousands of years. The Neanderthals eventually became extinct around 30,000 BCE, leaving behind some traces of their culture and genes in modern humans. The Paleolithic humans were hunter-gatherers who adapted to the changing climate and environment of the peninsula. They made tools from stone, bone, and antler and created art on cave walls, rocks, and objects. Some of the most famous examples of Paleolithic art in Spain are the paintings of Altamira Cave in Cantabria, which depict animals such as bison, horses, and deer, and sculptures of El Castillo Cave in Asturias, which include a human face and a bison head. The Paleolithic period ended around 10,000 BCE, when the last ice age gave way to a warmer and wetter climate. This led to the development of the Mesolithic period, when humans began to exploit new resources such as fish, shellfish, and plants. They also developed new technologies such as microliths, small stone blades, bows and arrows, and pottery. They also continued to produce art such as the engravings of Cueva de los Casaras in Guadalajara. I probably butchered that name, I hope you can forgive me, which shows scenes of hunting and fishing. The Mesolithic period lasted until around 5000 BCE, when humans began to adopt agriculture and animal husbandry as the main sources of food. This marked the beginning of the Neolithic period, when humans settled in permanent villages and developed new skills such as weaving, metalworking, and writing. They also built megalithic monuments such as dolmens, menhirs, and cromlechs. Some of the most impressive megalithic sites in Spain are Los Millares in Almeria, which was a fortified settlement with more than 100 dolmens, Antequera in Malaga, which has several dolmens and a large menhir, and Dombate in A Coruña, which has a complex dolmen with carved stones. The Neolithic period also saw the arrival of new peoples and cultures from other regions of Europe and Africa. One of these was the Beaker culture, which spread across Western Europe between 2800 and 1800 BCE. The Beaker people were characterized by their distinctive pottery vessels, which they used for drinking and ritual purposes. They also included new technologies such as copper metallurgy, wheel pottery, and horse domestication. They also influenced the local cultures with their customs and beliefs. Another important culture that emerged in the Iberian Peninsula was the Iberian culture, which developed between 1200 and 218 BCE. The name Iberia was given by the ancient Greek and Roman writers, who described them as a diverse group of people who lived in the eastern and southern parts of the peninsula. The Iberians spoke various languages that belonged to a different family than the Indo-European languages spoken by most Europeans. They also had their own writing system, the Iberian script, which consisted of signs that represented syllables or consonants. The Iberians were organized into tribes or city-states that had their own political and social structures. They were mainly farmers and herders who cultivated cereals, vines, olives, and fruits. They also traded with other people, such as the Phoenicians, the Greeks, the Carthaginians, and the Romans. They exchanged goods such as metal, textiles, wine, oil, salt, fish, and horses. They also adopted some elements of their culture such as writing, religion, art, and architecture. The Iberians were known for their artistic and technological achievements. They produced fine pottery, jewelry, weapons, and sculptures. They also built impressive fortifications, sanctuaries, and necropolises. Some of the most remarkable examples of the Iberian art and culture are the Lady of Elche, a stone bust of a woman wearing a complex headdress, the Treasure of Carambolo, a collection of gold objects decorated by geometric and animal motifs, The Bija of Balazote, a bronze sculpture of a hybrid creature with a human head and a bull's body. The sanctuary of Cerro de los Santos, a hilltop shrine with hundreds of stone statues of deities and animals, and the necropolis of Tutugi, a cemetery with elaborate tombs and grave goods. The Iberians were also involved in many wars and alliances with other cultures. They fought against the Celts, who lived in the northern and western parts of the peninsula. The Celts were another group of Indo-European peoples who spoke Celtic languages and had their own culture and religion. They also built megalithic monuments such as dolmens and menhirs. They also fought against the Carthaginians, who tried to expand their empire from North Africa to Spain. The Carthaginians were descendants of the Phoenicians, who had established colonies along the eastern coast of Spain since the 9th century BCE. The Carthaginians were led by Hannibal, who used Spain as his base to attack Rome during the Second Punic War. The Iberians also fought against the Romans, who invaded Spain in 218 BCE to stop Hannibal's advance. The Romans were a powerful civilization that ruled over most of Europe and the Mediterranean. The Romans conquered most of Spain by 19 BCE. After defeating the Iberians and their allies in several battles and sieges, the Roman conquest marked the end of the prehistory and Iberian civilization of the Iberian Peninsula, and the beginning of a new era of Romanization. The Romans imposed their language, Latin, law, Roman law, religion, the Roman paganism, culture, Roman art and literature, and administration, the Roman provinces, on the Iberian people. However, they also respected some aspects of their local traditions and customs. The Romans also faced resistance from some groups who refused to submit to their rule, such as the Cantabrians, the Asturians, the Lusitanians, and the Numantines. This concludes our video on the prehistory and Iberian civilization of the Iberian Peninsula. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. If you did, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more videos on Spanish history. Thank you for watching. What do you think about this video? Do you have any questions or comments? Please let us know in the comment section below. We would love to hear from you.